Okay, everybody, I'm going to show you how to take a picture from this to this. It's a little bit too warm for me, but we can always fix that later. I'm going to also show you how to sharpen pictures like that, and then also how to soften pictures. So let's start. Here's the original picture. I'm going to put my edits at the bottom. I'm going to create a curves adjustment first. And what I would suggest is really paying close attention to the dots. There's one in the middle that's the midtones, one at the top, and one at the bottom that I added. So there's 2 dots at the bottom for the darks and 2 at the top for the lights. And that one in the middle needs to be pushed over a little bit to the left. Okay, so that's curves. The next thing that I'm going to show you is how to do skin softening. Take the original picture, duplicate it. You're going to change it to whatever name you want. I'm going to do skin softening so you can see what we're doing. I'm going to change the blend mode to linear light. Takes me a minute here. And then after that, I'm going to do something weird. I'm going to do Command I. Okay, that's linear light, and then Command I makes it look blue because it changes it to the complementary colors. Command I. Okay, now I'm going to go up to Filter, Other, High Pass, and I'm going to change it to any. You have to decide how much you want to change it. If you want to change it to 12, which I think is what I'm going to do in this picture, other pictures might need 20. You just have to decide. So what I'm looking at is the picture of her face, and about right there is where her eyes are kind of in focus and her lips too. And so I picked 12 on this picture. We don't want it to be too much of a change. Then I went to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur, and I changed that to about 3 pixels. So you can see there's her skin. It's all nice and soft and smooth, but yet you can still see the texture of skin, which is what professional photographers are doing today. To get this mask over here, okay, to get this mask right here, this is real important. What I did is I held down my Option key and I clicked this little mask icon right here, and so it took the picture to everything being blurred to it covered everything up with this black mask. Okay, so I held my Option key down and hit this right here and it gave me this mask. So then I came over here and I got the white brush, and that's what I'm doing right now is I'm painting through the original picture and getting that blur, the skin softening to come through. It's a little bit too much of an extreme, so you can see here I'm changing the opacity of the skin softening layer because it just looks a little bit too rough. Now I'm fixing that little blemish that she has on the side of her nose right there to show you. See, it looks kind of weird. That's before, and this is the after so far. And you can see the big difference between the left and right side of her face. And this can be done on any kind of picture that you're doing. It doesn't have to be a portrait. If there's, like for instance, if you have a background that you want to show shallow depth of field, you could do this in the background of a picture and make it look kind of blurry. I do that all the time, actually. You have to think about what you want to be the main focus of your picture. And then you can change the opacity level. Noticing that the background is a little bright, it's kind of taking away from her. And so if you want to cool a part of your picture down or you want to warm up a part of your picture, I created an empty layer, and with a soft brush of opacity about 45% and a flow of 100, I'm just painting this color, which is kind of a cool green. Getting the arrow key, this is my new trick. Well, it's not new for me, but I'm getting to be able to go through these blend modes right here without having to click on each one. If you get this little arrow key right here, or you can just hit V as in Victor. That's what I do all the time. I just hit V as in Victor, and I get this little arrow. I can move around pictures, or I can go into the next thing that I'm about to show you. But you have to have this chosen. As you hold your Shift key down, and you hit your plus or minus key, And you can scroll through all of these blend modes here. I love doing that because I don't have to click on this little thing here and go through all of those blend modes. And so I get to Vivid Light, and I think that one looks the best. So let's look at some before and afters, I believe. Okay, that's the original, and that's with the curves. Here's a picture, the original picture. She had a hair on her shoulder here that drove me bananas. So if you get the little Band-Aid tool and you just paint over whatever it is, it just makes it disappear. It uses Content Aware, but you have to make sure that you have Content Aware chosen. Up here at the top, see how it says Content Aware? What that means is Content Aware means it looks at what's around what you're trying to erase and it fills it in with whatever is there. I love Content Aware. So I hope this has helped you a little bit. I'm about to show you how to dodge and burn. I'm going to show you how to do that in another video because it takes quite a while to show you how to dodge and burn. Dodge means to make something lighter, and burn means to make something darker.